Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Lights, Camera, Conversation. Today we're joined by Cole Palmer. So we are joined by Tom, Archie and David, and we're going to be talking about all things Halloween, from costumes, films. Let's get right into it.
It is my third time on the pod, and it's for a special time for someone else, because...
Yeah, first timer.
First time on the pod.
Yeah.
I know you've got to say first time on the pod.
First time on the pod.
Going to make a remix
Yeah.
out of that later.
So maybe more of a formal introduction to Archie. So Archie's been helping us on various projects over the past couple of months, which is very much appreciated. So
No
we
worries.
thought we'd get Archie in on
On the pod.
Oh yeah,
Archie on the pod.
on the pod. Archie on the pod.
Happy to be here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff.
Who's got any good films we can start off with? Or costumes. You want to talk about
I
costumes?
did want to talk about costumes, because I know that a lot of people do the Otley Run in Leeds. We're based in Leeds, and it's quite a popular thing. So it's like 12 or 15 pubs down like a long street in Leeds.
Can you name every pub?
Leading to... I could name every pub, but I'm not going to. We'll be here for quite a while. You have to dress up. So I was going to ask each of you, what would be your costume if you were doing the Otley Run on Halloween?
I would get a big T-Rex outfit.
Big T-Rex.
Yeah.
Is that
I don't know how you would drink. We need some sort of gaps or a
Yeah.
straw through the little bit where you breathe.
That is quite.
I've seen one of those, and they did look really
Yeah.
cool.
It's funny because the more drunk they get, the costume like just moves so much more.
Just wiggles around.
Yeah.
Just running around town.
Is
yeah.
that really
Running
scary, though,
around
David?
and-
I don't know.
How do you show your ID?
You just have just sort of some lanyard that sort of just go point at it, maybe.
Yeah, but then how are they going to see who's in the dinosaur costume?
That's a good point.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
So you're going to have
The
to.
picture is of the T-Rex.
Yeah, that'd be quite funny.
That's one way of
I
getting
am
into
65
it.
million years old.
God, yeah.
Didn't
Alright.
haven't you got a costume as a ex-British Prime Minister?
Oh, I got a Boris. I actually did Otley Run, and I went as Boris Johnson.
Was that also a blow-up one?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
I wish it was, but they were like £60. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not spending
You
that.
just dressed up as Boris Johnson.
Yeah, I got a tie, wig, and then I just wore a shirt.
Have you got
I can-
photo evidence of this?
No, there's no photos of me anywhere.
I don't believe it.
That could be anyone. I don't know how you'd have to be a pretty good impersonator of Boris Johnson. Yeah.
Blue.
I mean,
just,
I did.
just quoting him
I
every
just
5
did. I
seconds.
just said blue all night.
Yeah, my shampoo is blue.
Yeah, can I have like a blue
Otherwise,
drink?
you're just in a shirt, tie, wig.
I
That
don't
could
know.
be anyone.
It was pretty obvious, I think, 'cause it said
Yeah.
I had a PM badge here,
Fair.
and then
Yeah.
I had the really messy
Was he
wig.
Prime Minister at this point?
I actually wore it.
Because if he was, then
It was after
he was,
COVID.
yeah. Because then I'd say you're not allowed to go to pubs during
But there's
COVID.
been 3 Prime Ministers since, so...
Yeah, maybe it wasn't. No,
one who lasted
it was last
shorter than a cabbage.
year. What a cabbage
Was
has
it
been prime
40
minister.
days or something.
Yeah, Theresa May.
Now that's a horror story.
Yeah,
For another day.
Yeah, yeah.
that was a good one, David. Yeah.
Any Americans watching this are like, have no idea who you're talking about. Go on then, Archie. Who would you be?
Trying to think of like a good horror film costume. I mean, this year I'm not doing anything special. It's a lifeguard, bloodied up lifeguard.
All right.
But we're doing it as
Ooh.
a house. We're all going. But yeah, I'm trying to relate it to a film. American Psycho's good for a costume.
Yeah.
I've seen- but yeah, I know a Halloween one. I'd probably go like Scream. That's always a good one. A
If
ghost
you-
face.
It's similar as
Yeah.
the T-Rex one. If you could get quite hot wearing a full thing that
Yeah,
covers
yeah,
your
yeah.
body. But then I was thinking, what if you put a twist on the question? If you could get like a proper costume from a film, like the actual one,
Deadpool.
like the Predator or the Xenomorph
Mm.
Alien, now that would be a great
Deadpool.
walk down, all the
Deadpool.
pubs where the Xenomorph.
yeah.
Now that would terrify everyone, wouldn't it? Or the Predator. And just,
All right. Okay.
I mean, if you got the
you're
actual
probably bang your
costume.
head on the pubs when you're trying to get in.
yeah, the actual
You're so
costume,
tall.
like from the film.
All right. So you
That's
get
different
like,
to what you could just buy in a shop or eBay.
Yeah, yeah,
Amazon.
yeah.
All right. Probably like Pennywise then. Like, imagine getting the teeth
That'd be
out.
cool. Get like hours of makeup done on you. As
Yeah,
Yeah,
well.
Full works.
That'd be quite epic. In fact, I think I did dress up as him once, but it was like an actual costume, so it wasn't really. It wasn't that scary.
If it wasn't David's question, I would dress up as Cole Palmer, just so I could go into every pub and go like, "Oh, it's a bit cold in here." Keep going. Oh, that's
Every
kinda
pub.
cold. It's kind of cold.
Just go full kit studs.
Can
innit?
you-
Yeah. Then start slime attacking people
But
on the
with
street.
these costumes, can you change your height? Because I'd be Highland. Imagine like being really tall, massive legs, just booting people. You wouldn't do
Booting
that.
them.
No, he gets the ball and throws it at Gabrielle's head. That's what he does.
No, if you can change your height, then yeah, I mean, that's a different story.
I've dressed up as Darth Maul before, but I had like face painted myself rather
Yeah,
than
you look pretty
having
epic.
the cosmetic. I got a photo of it. You want to see?
Just put it in the
Yeah.
Green screen. If I could actually get their costume, I'll dress up as him because he's kind of scary. He's also kind of cool. Imagine just like force pushing people across the street. Imagine like jumping up and you land at the next pub. Like you force jump to the next pub. It's pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Force jump onto the box rooftop.
But
So
if
you have to avoid all the queues. It'd be amazing.
But if you can be absolutely anybody, then why wouldn't you be like, out of anyone, Darth Maul, why wouldn't you be like the Emperor? Or like,
Because the Emperor's a wrinkly old.
Yeah, he's 80 odd.
Yeah,
He's
like-
he's also
if you can have
not
like,
cool. Darth Maul's cool because he goes.
Yeah, I guess he's got to. What about
He's also scary.
what about Windu? Purple
Mace
lightsaber.
Windu. Yeah, but that's not really horror.
He got battered by an 80-year-old.
Yeah,
That's even
yeah.
worse.
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
did hold himself up.
About Yoda.
Well, you
Imagine
wouldn't-
being
you-
Yoda. just
What,
going,
what's your
"Ooh,
obsession
ooh,
being
ooh."
wrinkly old people? Like, you want to be a wrinkly old little green hermit.
They're
Oh,
usually the most
yeah.
overpowered people, though, to be fair.
Yeah, it's fair. The older,
Yeah.
yeah, got that wisdom.
Master Uruguay. That'd be cold.
Who?
Kung Fu Panda? No.
Oh, I've
Kung
seen
Fu
it. but-
Panda.
Yeah.
I saw a Kung I used to love Kung Fu Panda.
I thought you said Kung Fury there. That's a great
Nah,
short film.
Kung Fu Panda, Master Uruguay.
Check it out. Yeah.
I've not seen Kung Fury.
Oh, Kung Fury. That's a great. Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
See,
Right.
weirdly,
Get out. Got on YouTube.
Oh, is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's 30-minute.
Did you make it?
No.
Oh,
Wish I did. Wish I
Just
did.
trying to flex your own film.
Yeah. I might name drop some other
Sponsored,
stuff.
yeah, sponsored.
I have
by
done a horror
David.
film, a Gremlins based one.
I thought you were going to say Gremlins. I was like, what?
No,
What
it
parts
is
did you have in
Gremlins.
Gremlins?
It is inspired by Gremlins. It's got over 2 million views.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh, sorry, David.
I know.
Who's the most
Check it out.
Who's the most famous person you've met acting wise?
I've met the Batman, Robert Pattinson.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Probably, yeah.
Claim to fame.
Yeah.
Was this before
Bought him a
Twilight?
drink. Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah. So before he became famous.
Yes.
So you technically
It's
made him,
round.
you made him famous there.
You
Maybe I did. Yeah,
You
that day
bought-
he
you
went
bought
home
him
and
a
went.
drink.
But butterfly effect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Could have happened.
That's like, I
That's also a good film.
think it was like 2007 or so, so that was quite a long time ago, yeah.
Oh bloody hell, yeah.
Yeah, we gave him a lift home as well. He didn't have any money for a cab.
Robert, do you want to
Come on.
pay me back?
Rob,
Pay me that back, please.
pay that back, please.
You've
yeah.
made his career. That taxi on the way home, he thought, right,
Yeah.
start my career.
Did,
Imagine
yeah,
you never got
inspired
that taxi. Imagine you never did.
Yeah.
Imagine he walked home
Yeah.
and something terrible,
Something
God
terrible
forbid,
happened.
terrible
I
happened.
know, yeah.
You saved.
You saved his
Batman's
life.
life.
You saved,
Yeah.
you saved the
Saved
Batman.
Saved
Yeah.
Batman.
Could have been a lot different, yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Any other famous people?
Yeah, I just used to do a lot of stuff for Labrooks Poker, so we met a lot of celebrities that they paid to come on events. I used to do a lot of stuff as well for book publishers. I met lots of authors and lots of other famous people at all the launch events.
Very
Trying
cool.
to think.
I say I used to work at a place called Lapland, around the Ascot area, which is like an event every Christmas. I know it's November and we're looking at Halloween, October. Sorry, looking at Halloween, but a place called Lapland. A bunch of famous people go there every year. So I bumped into like Hugh Grant.
Oh.
And
All right.
like,
No, I've not met anyone like
yeah,
that.
Hugh Grant was quite nice actually. Spent a good like 2 minutes talking to him.
That's
Nice
nice.
guy.
My
Yeah,
claim
that's
to
nice.
fame is literally Keir Starmer. That's as far as mine goes.
Kiev,
Kiev.
or
No,
Kiev.
you gotta say that, Keir Starmer.
That's a long story. But
Yeah. Yeah, I've met a bunch of chefs, but that's about it.
Chefs.
Chefs.
Met one last night. Cooked me a nice dinner.
It's best to
Not
meet
very famous
chefs. Oh, they cook you some lovely food.
It hasn't taken us long to get onto food.
No, I was just going yeah, it started as costumes and now it's gone on to food.
So on a shoot, like what is a really nice lunch? What's the
Oh,
best lunch you think you've had?
best lunch I've had. Couldn't tell you. Actually.
Isn't it
so
when
look-
you kind of filmed for a client that makes ovens, you know, as a chef?
Oh
I
yeah.
don't kinda-
Oh
it was
yeah.
nice, but I don't think it was the best. Like it was a small dish. It was the taste of it was
okay.
nice.
Yeah.
It was like a veggie moussaka or something.
Yeah, it
like
was
that.
nice,
It was like,
but
it's quite cool.
I think the nicest ones like we're at a power station and we had a massive buffet. And weirdly, it was fruit. And when you don't expect fruit, and it's the nicest fruit ever, like grapes,
wasn't that nice?
strawberries. Oh, I loved it,
It's
mate.
Pretty standard. Grapes and strawberries.
No, but I loved it. I just
Byron's easily pretty pleased.
I actually am. Apart from when like I get boring sandwiches that like cheese and onion and other sandwiches that we get.
Yeah, when it's all the same colour.
Yeah, that's
like,
it gets
oh,
a
There's a
bit.
lot of beiges.
Beige.
Oh yeah,
it's
can't have
pretty
a lot of
standard.
beige.
That food we had on that short film was pretty nice.
Oh yeah, to be fair. yeah.
Linda. Yeah,
Yeah.
she treated us well.
She cooked like chicken wings at home and then
Yeah.
brought it all in. It was really nice.
Proper
Yeah, that
feast.
sounds pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Oh no, The best one was when we were on a shoot in France.
That doesn't count.
It
That
does.
not
It
count.
genuinely- right.
That's because that's
was
off
on.
the set. That's with the client who's paying for your food.
That was an
But
evening
we-
meal, not
that's an
technically
evening meal,
a
that's
lunch.
not
But we was on a
lunch, is it?
work.
But yeah.
We was on a work trip. That was a work night. Anyway, it was a massive steak tree. Like, oh, it was so nice.
But were you shooting afterwards?
Yeah, we shot literally 8 hours after that.
Yeah, but that's the day after, isn't it? It's
Nah,
the evening.
no, we
meal,
were there
isn't
till
it?
midnight. So technically, it's same day.
Oh, technicalities.
Yeah, midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know what an actor we work with. He said he worked on a Netflix show one day, and he asked for scrambled eggs, and they gave him like a boiled egg,
Oh,
and it was just like a boiled egg and some toast. They didn't give him a knife to get into the boiled egg
I
or
think,
anything.
yeah,
so
that was it. Just
so
an
one,
egg.
one day, that's a big production. That as well.
Yeah, it's big, I don't. They've gone to the effort of making a boiled egg, but they could have just made it into scrambled instead. They're like,
The boiled egg's harder to do.
Yeah, like
I
we
know.
don't have any
That's
scrambled
more
eggs.
time.
Here's a
And
boiled egg.
they wrote a note saying sorry, we couldn't do scrambled eggs, but here's a boiled egg instead.
Do they not know how to do scrambled
I
eggs?
don't know.
You can do it with just an egg, can't you? Just chop it up. That's literally all you gotta do.
Chop it up.
You-
What do
I-
you mean,
Yeah.
chop it up. Oh,
Just mush it about. If
Just
you,
mush it about, and that's scrambled, isn't it?
mush the boiled egg about.
I mean, you could do that as well. It's
You
still
get
the
loads
same
of,
thing,
loads
isn't
of
it?
like
It's the
eggshell
same
in your
thing.
food.
So yeah, that's definitely a nightmare lunch. That,
Yeah, that's
that
like
he
that
had,
lunch. Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking of nightmare food and situations on a shoot. So when I used to do weddings a long time ago, quite a few times you'd get to, you'd be there from maybe 10 in the morning, you'd get to like 7 in the evening, and the speeches are on. Before either side of speeches you would eat. So me and us and the photographer would be like ready for our food, and we'd go out the back and be like, oh, we're looking forward to food. And then you'd get there and like the band is sitting there and they've like
Oh.
eaten it all, and they're like,
Oh.
they've only just turned up, and like they've just eaten all the food, and you're like, they've left tiny bit of salad, and you're just like, what?
At least it's
And then you're
healthy.
furious.
Yeah.
And you're like, right, you guys have turned up, you spent 20 minutes setting up your stuff, and you've just had all our food,
devoured it.
and you're like,
What
I was
happened?
furious. Then the rest of the evening,
I don't know what I'll do.
going around nicking stuff off people's table.
to go to the
Desperate for
buffet.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were just begging there. Can I
Oh,
have
just,
some food?
that person's left a roast potato. I love that. Or that
What?
person's left a. Yeah, I did that.
Scrounging.
Scrounging
Yeah,
like
yeah.
mad,
That's a
yeah.
proper
And then you're just
scrounge.
furious for the rest of the evening. And like, well, I'm not going to try very hard to do film the rest
No.
of the
They
night.
must have thought you were just some homeless guy with a £2,000 camera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah, filming.
That happened quite a few times, I remember, on weddings. So I always went in really early to the catering went. So there's me, another film guy, and a photographer. So make sure that no one eats ours, and we're going to have it this time at this place. Don't give it to anyone else. So if you don't do that, then you kind of got screwed over. So
Yeah, because if you don't have food on a day, you just drip, don't you?
Yeah.
It's like,
You do.
Yeah.
Can't keep filming
Yeah.
then if I've got no food.
So yeah, that's nightmare.
Yeah, I mean,
situation
but
about food.
when I filmed your brother's wedding, you were very nice to me, and you sat me down, and I had my own little table. I didn't know anyone else on the table, but I still got food, and I was still
Yeah,
f-
even-
It's the
filled
main
up.
thing, isn't it?
And then you had a
then-
buffet later on
And
as
then,
well.
then I had a couple of drinks later on as well. So your dad was very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, you had a pretty good day that day. Well, I think we should talk about films a little bit. You know,
Favorite Halloween films? That's
my
probably
favorite film is
off
probably
topic.
Scary Movie 1.
Scary movie.
It has to be. It
not
has to be
seen it.
Scary Movie 1.
Well, all
Was
right.
that-
So if we rewind a bit, so that's it's a comedy,
Yeah,
but it's based on.
it's
a horror
based
film.
on
Yeah, it's not
a
So
Scary
what is your? So what's that?
Halloween
Is it a
film.
comedy?
It's
It's a spoof.
a
so-
whole-
Spoof.
Yeah.
Mm.
a horror com.
Somewhere in between.
Horcom. Oh
But is,
dear.
but is there any?
What are you saying,
Yeah,
Byron?
let's
You
cut that out.
A what?
Horcom.
I don't know why you keep-
Horror-com.
Yeah.
It's not a rom-com, mate.
So
it's a horror.
it's a horror spoof. That's how I would.
Yeah.
That's how I would.
Yeah.
It's incredible. The way it's done is so fun. And the story as well is quite good. Like, you don't expect the ending. I'm not going to ruin the ending.
I've not seen it, so.
I
I'm
don't
not gonna
remember.
ruin
I've
it.
seen it a long time ago.
All right, but it's a good ending. Like, it's got a good story. It's based on a lot of jokes, and it's a lot of jokes. You know, when you see on like online where someone's running away and there's a sign that says like exit or stay here, and they always run to like stay here and not the exit. So there's a lot of funny jokes
Yeah,
in there.
yeah.
It's always very like targeted at like other films as well. So you will get it or you won't. So it's kind of like Family Guy, you know. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They have a lot of stuff in
Yeah.
it. Some people might get it, some people won't. And if you
Mhm.
can get a lot of the references, it's so funny.
It is, because like in Scary Movie 3 or 4, there's like a Saw joke where only people that have watched Saw will get that joke. Everyone else is like, oh, this is a bit rubbish.
It's still funny, I think. Either way, there's some references I didn't get, but because I'm a bit of a film nerd,
Yeah.
I get a lot more of it. but it's still funny either way.
The new Scream that came out last year. or
There's
2
always a
2
new
years.
Scream.
Yeah, well,
Or
they
That
they,
Scream
they,
was
started
good.
making jokes on themselves, like
Mm.
just to, I don't know, because
how can this keep happening?
yeah.
How is he back?
Oh, I think that recent Scream was the best Scream they've ever done.
What?
Was it
The first one's what?
But yeah, the first
Apart from the first
That
one,
is one of the
obviously, but like
worst
since the
film
first
takes.
one.
But doesn't that? It bothers me. There's so many more films, more and more now, that are just they're very self-aware that they're a film, and the characters are quipping and saying like Scream. They're aware that they're in a film, so they're referencing themselves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, why can't you just play it straight?
Or just make a different film?
Yeah.
Because they,
Well,
can't,
yeah.
they can't play it straight because the film's been done over and over again, and how can you do it again or make fun of yourself? Oh, it's funny.
Yeah,
it's,
like
it's all that thing about becoming like more postmodern. Yeah, you have to start referencing yourself.
Yeah.
It's a bit
Referencing
like
yourself.
Deadpool,
Otherwise,
isn't it?
it's
The recent Deadpool. That they
Well, the first Deadpool was very self-aware.
Oh yeah, all Deadpools are, but they just take the mick out of themselves. Like they take the mick out of Disney and Fox, and that's part of the story.
but that's out of originality and being unique. I think the Scream ones, they're doing it because they're forced to. They can't.
They can't do anything
You
else.
have to start becoming self-referential because
Otherwise, it won't be
otherwise,
relevant.
yeah.
the fact that the Scream that came out, was it a couple of years ago, was just called Scream. Why wasn't it called Scream 5 or whatever
50,
it was?
yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
just Scream again. When there's already a film that called Scream that exists already.
Because maybe it's a last Scream.
I think they made one this.
I think
year.
horror films always have that weird genre where they're never aiming for any kind of like Oscar type awards. It's
Mm.
just a lot of box office money. It's
Yeah,
like
because they make a lot.
They're just
yeah.
trying to get it for like a few like that month of every year. Just make a new film. If it happens to be a remake of something, if it gets the money and we're happy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
always like, yeah, we'll do another Scream like just for this year, and the next year we'll try and think of
We'll
something
get
better.
some more money.
Well, a recent film, a horror film that I watched about a year ago, Talk to Me. I thought it was a very good film. I thought it was quite original.
Never seen it.
Well, it's on Netflix, so you can
I'll
watch
have to
it
give
if
it
you
a
want.
watch. Yeah.
Similar
And
with,
have you heard of the Raka Raka YouTubers?
Raka.
Never
Raka,
along.
Yeah,
Raka,
yeah.
So, like, it was,
Yeah, they
it's
directed it,
Australian. They
yeah.
directed it, and they went to a film festival, got picked up by Netflix, then got what, 500 mil for it.
Yeah.
The Terrifier 3 that came out a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, it's a third one, but it was made for like $2 million, and in its first weekend made close to $30 million.
Mm.
So that's a huge profit
Yeah.
just in 1 week, and it'll be out for several weeks plus other digital and downloads and all that. So
Yeah.
horror
You can
films, you
bought-
kind of can make them, like you said, and not
Yeah.
have to be.
Just
Oscar
make
worthy.
them cheap. Make,
Yes,
and
it's
and
like
as
the
long as you
next
have,
level.
you know how to film it and get the
Yeah.
sound right and make people jump
Mm.
every now and then, people are going to go watch it for Halloween.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. It's like I hadn't seen any of like the Exorcist or anything like that.
Oh,
I used-
that got nominated. That's one of the only horror films that got nominated
Is
for
it?
that Oscar.
See, I couldn't
what
watch.
about the one where you got the kid climbing on the walls and it ends in the treehouse? It's like more like a psychological drama. It was really good.
Don't know.
That's
I know
cool.
a few horror films got nominated for Oscars because it's really rare. It was
The Shining?
Exorcist was. Shining did.
Would you watch a Halloween film in the cinemas? Because I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever
Honestly,
been to watch.
I work in a cinema. I work in Everyman Cinema, and we're screening the second Smile film, and the
I
end
couldn't
like
do
it
it.
is. So people walk out like pretty a little bit spooked, but I have to clean the cinema afterwards.
Oh,
and
popcorn.
No.
But the popcorn, yeah, that's what annoying. But the sounds of the film afterwards, it's all like high pitched, like really like jump scary, just from the sounds of the credits. And I'm sweeping up, and I'm getting scared. I'm like, I don't want to be in here because the sounds so
By
like,
yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
like surround and yeah, it does spook you a bit.
Just searched it up. Hereditary. Is that
Hereditary.
won an
yeah.
Oscar?
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
that's
good.
like really that's one of my favorite
Really.
films. Favorite horror
Haven't
films.
seen it.
But is a horror film, is that Halloween film though?
Ooh,
that's a
that
great
is a
point,
really good
actually.
I'd
question.
say a Halloween film is like a bit like Scream. That's what I associate as a Halloween film.
Yeah, but what defines a Halloween film? It's like Christmas. Does it have to be set at Christmas? Does it have to be about
Oof.
Christmas? With Halloween,
It's
like not many
vibes.
films apart from Halloween. Is that set at Halloween? Probably because it's set. I don't know if I've
It
actually
definitely
seen it.
is the first one.
But
is,
then like
yeah.
Friday the 13th. 13th is not the 31st, is it?
The thing
Yeah.
is,
So
Hall-
what defines
that's a
a
good point.
Halloween film?
Halloween films normally is something that includes like trick or treating.
Yeah.
Normally, it's not really horror.
Yeah, because horrors can be whenever, and the most common horrors now are like more psychological thrillers and actual just like jump scare horrors.
Good point. There's probably not many Halloween films then.
No.
If you put it into play, 'cause that's how I define a Christmas film. It's just because
Yeah.
Die Hard to me is a solid Christmas
Oh
film
god,
Yeah, it's
I've
a
been
Christmas
down
film.
this
because
route before.
it's placed on Christmas Day.
You see,
so-
Adam Sandler made a new Halloween film. Have you seen it? That's
No.
a Halloween film. It's all based on like trick or treating and stuff.
Fair.
It's not a very good film, to be honest.
I think Adam Sandler's only made like 2 good films anyway. Sorry.
I quite like Adam Sandler, to be
Happy
honest.
Gilmore and Uncut Gems.
Yeah,
That's
those 2
Oh,
films.
No,
Punch
Gro-
Drunk Love. That's
Grown
up there.
Ups is pretty good. I
Maybe.
like Grown Ups.
Don't really
Punch Drunk
remember.
Love. That's a great. That's
Oh.
that's probably the only like serious, apart from Uncut Gems as well.
And
Oh no,
Click.
the only
he's
serious
a good
Adam Sandler
serious
film.
actor, but I really hate his comedy acting just because I think it's a bit too much.
Yeah,
Like,
but
he
it
acts
is-
like himself too much, and I think he's
That's
a
exactly
bit of a
what the
dick.
films are.
That's
That's
his
exactly what the
character,
films are, though.
It's like Ryan
yeah.
Reynolds. All of his films are just his personality.
Yeah, he's essentially
But
just
Ryan
himself.
Reynolds is a funny guy, I think, and Sandler's is a bit of a dick.
Yeah, but Adam Sandler, but he plays a different kind of character. He's just.
A dick.
Yeah, but do you think that's him in real life? Like, do you really think that's his?
I think he can be like that if he wants to be.
I don't want to sound pretentious or anything, but my dad's met Adam Sandler and
Oh,
worked
right,
with
okay.
him, and my dad said he was a bit annoying. Apparently, he had
Yeah.
kids running around the office, and he wouldn't do anything about them, and the kids were being all distracting.
That is literally Adam Sandler
Dick.
character.
Yeah.
to me.
So I mean, I had that story, but I don't want to sound like, oh, my dad did this, but.
Well, I mean, David was just flexing all his YouTube views and the
Yeah.
fact that he met Robert Pattinson.
Yeah,
so.
2 mil.
David's got a 2.5 mil.
It's 2.2.
2.0.
Two
Oh, he's
point-
he
Oh.
checks it every day.
I just constantly got it on a loop.
Yeah. It doesn't work anymore, David. Back in
Oh,
the
no,
day, it did.
It did,
but,
yeah. Yeah, because for that film, between 3 of us, we spent about 800 or £1,000. And because it got so many views, we made lots of about that money back on Google advert money. So
Yeah.
paid for itself.
Yeah, that's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For my 4 years when I was making YouTube videos, I earned £30. But you,
Sorry.
it's good. Sorry, it's not that funny. But,
So what's your channel called?
I'm not telling you. But you
It's
you
called
actually have to
Thomas
make £60 to take money out of your account. So I never actually was able to take
Just sitting
money
there.
out. I was just sitting there. I think it's gone now because I've not taken it out. So
Damn.
I earned
Sad.
£5 something from a sponsor that I got, and then I just stopped uploading, so they
What-
ditched me.
Kind of sponsors giving you
I
£5.
can't
What do you want you
It's
to?
basically,
Just a 5 note. There you go.
I don't know. It just kept going
Is
up.
it your
and-
mate? Was it?
I can't remember what it was, but do you remember that app on Google where you could track how many followers and subscribers people have?
No.
yeah.
Well,
No, but I
You
know
do?
for Instagram.
Well,
yeah.
they because I emailed them asking for a sponsor at the age of about 15, and they sponsored me, and they uploaded one video, and I got £5, like 25, something like that. Didn't claim it though, like you.
Huh.
It's probably still on my YouTube.
Fair enough.
Cheers, Jeff.
Oh, that's a
But
sad
now
story.
Now I've
Thanks for that. Wasting our time.
I have deleted the video now, so I don't even know if I can get it back.
Did everyone have YouTube videos then, like when they were younger?
I did,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
most people in our kind of industry must have started
Everyone had
out
like
on
a
YouTube.
cringy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
used
did.
to vlog
all
my
my
holidays.
friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was it. Yeah.
I did Minecraft videos.
I feel like a lot of people did Minecraft. You know, all
Yeah.
you know, there's 360 no scope videos on like COD. I know a lot of people have
Yeah.
done that.
Yeah,
Fair
did
enough.
I did zombie live streams too. That were quite fun.
Zombie live streams. What?
Yeah.
COD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did some quite fun.
Live stream, wow.
Yeah.
Do they still exist anyway?
I got about 5 views. 3 of them was my friends.
Well, the most amount of views I've got is 100,000 on a video. I was like the second person to do like a reaction to the "Cash Me Outside" girl meme video on
Claim to fame.
Dr. Phil. So yeah, that's where most of my subscribers came from. But I actually got more dislikes than likes because I was really,
Damn.
sorry.
Oh,
Failed
cheers,
you.
man.
I
Sorry,
cried
sorry.
myself to sleep.
Thanks, Jeff, as you would say.
Yeah.
Cheers, Jeff.
Cheers,
Yeah,
Phil.
and
Thanks,
this
Phil.
podcast is going down a very sad route.
We go on so many different tangents.
Well, I'll tell you
so
what,
far.
my
No.
YouTube did alright. I didn't get many views, but I was pretty happy with them.
Yeah,
They're little vlogs
as
around,
long
like-
as-
Yeah.
as long as you didn't get bullied, because I did get a little bit bullied.
Oh no! Me and my mates, I did vlogs for myself, and then me and my mates did like little challenges. This is when I was like
Oh, yeah,
13,
yeah.
12, so no
Yeah.
one was really like, "Oh, your work isn't very good." I was like, "Man, it's just a
Oh
mess
no!
about anyway."
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
just
involve
embarrass
my
myself
friends.
most of the time. So yes.
I know playing Pokemon. No, you were you were chasing
I was
Pokemon
chasing-
Go. You were like a Joe
dancing.
Weller, I think.
Yeah, no, I was basically just a Joe Weller fanboy and just copied him.
Yeah.
But yeah, just suddenly thinking of horror stories.
Sorry,
Byron-
Right, Halloween.
Yeah, but
Byron, in this past week in FPO, he got what, 8 points?
That is a
Oh,
horror
this-
story.
that is a horror
That's
story.
a great swag way.
Transition
That is
into
great.
Yeah, that was smooth. That. 8
Continue.
points. I
8
got
points.
15
Oh,
points.
15, sorry.
15 points this week.
And do you know how many I
This
got?
week.
40.
40.
It's not great, but
Yeah,
it's,
but
not,
who,
it's better
who
than
got you
that.
the points? Who got you the
What
points?
do you mean you got me the points?
Who got you the most points?
Salah.
Do you know who conned me out? Saliba. -3.
Damn.
yeah.
That's sending off.
Yeah, well, that's why you don't get Saliba in your team. That's why you have Gabriel or
No,
Raya.
he's been alright at Saliba recently.
Why'd you choose Saliba for the same price as Gabriel when Gabriel's the goal threat?
Because at the time, Gabriel wasn't playing.
Yeah, he's played every single game this season.
Well, you'll know that, won't you, because you're an Arsenal fan. Oh, there you go.
I think Byron's just a little bit clueless with FPL.
I got about
No.
40 something, but I played Tom in our head-to-head league, and I just lost out because of Chris Wood actually turning up and scoring.
David basically just copied my team, really.
I can vouch for David here that Tom completely copied David's team.
No, I didn't.
Every
because-
week,
No,
suddenly
no,
your
but-
transfers seem to match mine, and there's only
No,
like two players difference.
how about last week you brought in Cole Palmer, and who was the only player that you didn't have in my team other than Chris Wood? Cole Palmer. So you brought him in, copied my team even further, and I only beat you because I had Chris Wood in my team.
All right, well, if whoever's editing can bring both our teams up on the screen right now, you can see the difference.
Well, can I just say that Chris Wood used to play for Leeds United, thank you very much, and he scored in the Premier League the other day. And so did Jorginho Ruta.
Yeah, but they don't play for you now, and you're still in the championship.
Which is the main point. Yeah.
Tell me the relevance.
Jorginho Ruta, I was one of the first to have him in my team. And what's he done? Scored, assisted.
And where have you got him?
On the bench.
Yeah, but well, there you go.
In your sub 2 spot.
He's
so
also
Yeah.
coming up to a hard couple of game weeks. I think he's got City away.
Well, I've got 2 free transfers this week, so I'm not telling Tom what I'm doing.
I've got a pretty good team, actually. I'm sitting 10th in a table of 22 people. So I'm mid-table. It's all right.
Overall,
I'm happy
overall
with that.
rank? Do you remember what you're at?
Yeah, we should get
Oh,
that.
wow. Yeah,
you know
what's
what?
my
I don't
overall
think I wasn't doing too hot at the beginning of the season, and I've got a bit better
Oh,
recently.
I need to give you the
the
code
thing
to
is-
join our league, then I can
the thing
keep
is,
an eye on you.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, I've got a really important update.
I started so well, and then I started doing terribly. So I thought I had like a early season crisis.
Because you're
and I was-
copying me. That's-
And then I cried, and now I don't care.
I got
as
18
much.
points this week, not 15. Just to let you all know.
Oh,
Damn.
it's got some bonus maybe
Cheers,
in
Jeff.
I mean, I've gone down in 3 leagues.
Overall, I'm 1,600,000.
So yeah, you're
there.
clear.
Very similar, yeah.
I'm not doing too well. Sitting at 2,600,000.
What's
Oh,
yeah,
same
but
3
there's so many
million.
people. What's your overall points? I'm on 474. I think David's like 478. I think he's
Yeah,
on.
literally. a
How do you
couple
look
more.
at you?
459.
Oh, you'll be above Byron.
445.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh,
It's
we're
quite
gonna have to
Pretty
tight.
tight.
We're going to have to come back in a week's time to talk about how
know.
Game Week 9 did, because it will be already happened by the time everyone's listening to this.
I was
Yeah.
above you until this week.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not a week by week man. I see the
Long game.
progress.
Until you
I'm-
copied David's team, I was above you.
I didn't copy David's team.
You
The
copied
funny
David's
thing is, I was doing so well until I supposedly copied David's team, and then I started doing terribly, and you overtook me.
You two have the exact same team, and all this footage could be gone, to be fair, which is quite funny. You had a good time, guys? I've had a
we
great time.
Didn't really
yeah.
talk about much horror films, but
Yeah,
No, we
told
did.
some horror
We did.
stories.
Yeah.
And it's linked.
We can change the battery and go again.
go. FPL.
Oh yeah,
Part two.
Yeah, we've decided you can't really define a Halloween film and
can't
put
really define
horror.
it.
And some films like behind me, Jurassic Park has horror elements, you could say, but you wouldn't class it as a horror film.
I'd put Alien in horror.
Yeah, Alien,
Horror
Alien
sci-fi.
1 is definitely
Yeah,
horror,
horror.
but is it Halloween?
No.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
but then
no.
what's Halloween? I don't know.
Again, Halloween is. I feel
It's got
like
to be
it's
set
the
at Halloween,
staple.
about Halloween.
And also, I think Halloween's got to be an American film as well. It can't really be a British film because I'd say Halloween is more of an American holiday.
True,
than
yeah. If you're going to make
British.
Halloween, it's got to be set in America.
Right, we're going to leave you. Love you and leave you. See you later. Bye.
See you later. Bye.